Have you ever wondered how filmmakers achieve those smooth, cinematic shots that make you feel like you're part of the action? Well, the secret sauce is often a tool called a gimbal. Gimbals play a pivotal role in filmmaking, providing stability and fluidity that transforms ordinary footage into cinema magic. They eliminate shaky camera work, offering a seamless visual experience that draws viewers into the heart of the story. So if you're interested in filmmaking, mastering the art of gimbal handling is essential. To gain control over your footage first, you need to understand your gimbal. A gimbal comprises several key components, each playing a crucial role in creating smooth, cinematic shots. First up, we have the handle. This is where you, the filmmaker, come in, gripping the device to control its movement. It's your point of contact with the gimbal, and it's where the magic begins. Next, we have the base, or the platform. This is essentially the gimbal's foundation, providing stability and balance. Moving on, we come to the motors. These are the powerhouses of your gimbal, responsible for counteracting any unwanted movement and ensuring that the camera stays steady. Finally, there's the camera mount. This is where your camera sits, securely fastened, ready to capture those stunning shots. Each part of the gimbal, from the handle to the camera mount, plays a vital role in achieving smooth, professional footage. Now that we understand our equipment better, we can proceed to handle it effectively. Balancing your gimbal is a crucial step before you start shooting. Here's how to do it. The first step in balancing your gimbal is to mount your camera. Make sure it's securely fastened and that all the necessary cables are connected. It's important to note that any changes in the camera setup after balancing, such as adding a lens filter or changing the battery, could throw off the balance, so make sure everything is in place. Next, you'll want to adjust the tilt axis. Hold the gimbal by its handle and tilt the camera up and down. If the camera falls forward or backward, adjust the tilt axis until the camera stays put, no matter the position. Remember, a perfectly balanced tilt axis allows the camera to remain stable, whether pointing up, down, or straight ahead. Once the tilt axis is balanced, it's time to move on to the roll axis. Similar to the tilt axis, if the camera rolls to either side when you let go of it, it means the roll axis needs adjusting. Shift the roll axis until the camera remains level, regardless of how you move the gimbal. Finally, we'll balance the pan axis. This one's a bit tricky. To test it, hold the gimbal handle and tilt it sideways. If the camera sways, adjust the pan axis until the camera remains still. Balancing your gimbal might seem like a tedious process, but it's an integral part of achieving smooth, cinematic shots. A balanced gimbal reduces the strain on the motors, prolongs battery life, and most importantly, ensures that the camera doesn't tilt or roll unexpectedly during a shoot. So don't rush through this process. Take your time and make sure each axis is properly balanced. A few extra minutes spent here can make a world of difference in your final footage. With your gimbal balanced, you're one step closer to capturing smooth footage. Now that our gimbal is balanced, let's delve into operating it. As we embark on this journey of gimbal operation, it's crucial to understand the different modes of operation. These modes, namely the pan follow mode, full lock mode, and full follow mode, will be your best friends when it comes to achieving those cinematic shots. Let's start with the pan follow mode. This mode is your go-to for horizontal panning shots. It allows the gimbal to follow your moves from left to right while keeping the tilt and roll axis locked. This way, you can create smooth lateral movements without any vertical movement, which is perfect for tracking shots or capturing scenic landscapes. Next up, we have the full lock mode. As the name suggests, this mode locks all axes, which means your camera will stay in its position regardless of how you move the gimbal. It's ideal for those shots where you want to maintain a specific frame while moving around. Think of it as your personal steady hand, always keeping the shot stable and focused. And finally, we have the full follow mode. This mode enables the gimbal to follow your movements in all directions, pan, tilt, and roll. It gives you the freedom to explore creative angles and movements, making it ideal for dynamic shots with multiple direction changes. Switching between these modes often depends on your gimbal's make and model. Most gimbals allow you to switch between modes with the press of a button, while others might require you to navigate through a menu. Always refer to your gimbal's manual for specific instructions. Now, when should you use each mode? Well, that largely depends on your creative vision. The pan follow mode is great for horizontal movements, the full lock mode for maintaining a steady frame, and the full follow mode for exploring multiple directions. But remember, there's no hard and fast rule here. Feel free to experiment and find what works best for your shots. Remember, practice is key in mastering these modes and achieving seamless shots. Trust me, the more you practice, the more intuitive these modes will become. Happy filming! We've covered a lot today, so let's go over the key points. First, we dove into the importance of gimbals in filmmaking, how they can be a game changer in capturing smooth, cinematic shots. They are the key to eliminating shaky footage and providing that professional, polished look that can make or break a film. Next, we broke down the anatomy of a gimbal, familiarizing ourselves with its parts, the handle, the base, the motors, and the camera mount. Each part plays a crucial role in ensuring the gimbal operates as it should. Then we moved on to the nitty-gritty balancing your gimbal. Remember, a well-balanced gimbal not only ensures smooth footage, but also prolongs the lifespan of your equipment. It's a meticulous process, but one that's well worth the time and effort. We also discussed the different modes of operation: follow mode, lock mode, and pan and tilt mode. Each mode has its own unique benefits and applications, and knowing when to use which can really elevate your filmmaking game. But remember, all this knowledge won't mean much without practice. It's through hands-on experience, trial and error, that you'll truly master gimbal handling. With these tips in mind, you're well on your way to capturing stunning cinematic footage. Happy filming!